So in Geometry Dash 2.2, RoundTop added the random trigger, which allows you to randomly do events. So let me show you how to do it. So let's say we have two objects. Let's say we'll have a yellow orb and a blue orb. And I want them both to, we'll give this one group 1 and this one group 2. So now we have our group set up. So next we need a trigger to act on those things. So basically the random trigger will randomly trigger other triggers. So let's set up a random trigger, and let's say it will go between 3 and 4, and let's make it a 50-50, why not, for the first time. So we have a random trigger set up. Now the reason why we have to have it at 3 and 4 is because we're going to give these our other triggers groups 3 and 4. So let's give that group 3, and this one will be group 4. Okay, so this is group 1 and this is group 2. So let's say this one will trigger group 1 and it will make it move 24, sure. And this one will target group 2 and we'll make it move the same distance. Okay, so now what we have to do is one more thing. We need to edit the object and add it to be a spawn trigger. This basically tells the game that it is not triggered by when you align with it, but rather by a certain spawn, and the random counts as a spawn trigger. So let's see what happens now. Okay, that time the yellow orb moved. Okay, the yellow orb moved again. Okay, and again. Okay, that time the blue orb moved, but I promise this is 50-50, and for example, I can set it to 15%. That means the yellow orb will only move 15% of the time. So now the blue orb, as you can see, is moving a lot more frequently. A lot more frequently, which is basically how you use the random trigger. And yes, you can use the random trigger on other random triggers, but I'll leave that to you to have fun with. But for now, that's a basic explanation on how to use the random trigger in Geometry Dash 2.2.